All right, we're back. Today we are going to do some of the behind the scenes, I guess you could say, that a lot of people don't see when it comes time to build and set up a car. As you guys I'm sure already know, or the people that know or follow me on Instagram know, that I got into an accident with the JZ car at Grid Life last year, so I need to rebuild the V-mount. I have a local buddy named Kyle Nett who works at a metal company, I guess you could say, here in town, and he's been hooking me up constantly with everything I need to get the car going. So we're stopping out by him today real quick, and we're gonna get 20 feet of tubing for rebuilding the V-mount and front bash bar and all those things that I need to try to make the car safe and reliable again. So we're on our way right now. Got the kids with us. Daddy duty day. Today is Tuesday. I am off on Tuesday, so daddy duty. They get to come along for a lot of the little excursions and trips I make to put all this stuff together. So follow along. We're gonna get some tubing, and then I'll show you the ideas or plans, and then you guys can chime in on what you think is a good or bad idea with what I have going on. So here we go, guys. Quick stop at the shop, dropped off the metal. Kids let me hang out here for a couple minutes. Had to come back and rescue Jack's truck and Letty's coloring book. So just throwing that cap on here quick. So I bent up and I did a couple things real fast, nothing too significant yet. I'm gonna show you guys a quick idea of what I have running through my head. So this black one right here was last year's bash bar. It got cut off right there because I got smashed. I couldn't get anything to fit inside the bumper from me getting smashed. So the idea this year is going to be trying to build like a cage essentially around it. So once I get to the end here, this is where the bend's got to start getting pretty significant to make it around this corner. So I'm going to follow this line, start bending probably right up in this area, and just gradually making it pull real hard this way. And I'll do the same on the other side. And once I know it fits inside the bumper, I'll probably build the bottom first. The reason I'm going to build the bottom first is to get the radiator and stuff mounted and making sure that all that's proper. So I got plates, but I got that one cut off. I still got to cut the old crap off of this one. There's the new plates laying right there. So I'm gonna get the bottom built, get the radiator mounted, and then after that we'll build the top bash bar and kind of secure the coolers. So there's a little idea of the progress. Nothing fancy. You don't have to have the fanciest tools. Yeah, I know it's not going to be perfect, but this is literally all being done on a Harbor Freight 16 ton hydraulic bender. So again, you don't have to be the fanciest boys to be able to pull off some really nice work. This whole car is built in a garage, so it's possible. And then sneak peek of the new wheels, VSTX boys. So we'll talk about those more soon, but wanted you guys to get an update of what I've been doing and what I'm trying to do. Hopefully I can sneak out here and bust out the rest this evening. And then Blake's gorgeous car. I got to get an alignment on in this car for him. I got to get it lowered down. And then other than that, paint and livery. Due to be rocking and rolling. So on to this evening. We'll see what else comes up. Okay, I did a super good job keeping you guys up to date with what was going on today with the bash bars. So I got this big mess that you can see here. There's the old one that's smashed. There's the old bumper getting the same ish style bumper. Here's the new bar that I bent up with that bad boy right there. And then I cut the front and smoothed out the front of the frame rails. So bada bing, bada boom. Okay, now the idea is I'm going to cut a little bit of this off so it welds on flush this side up and around in the bottom, and then it'll hang over a little bit on the end. I'm going to put a bolt here and a bolt here, and do the same on the outside of this one. Reason being, I think it'd be really easy just to drive bolts in there, and if I hang stuff off this way, I got issues with the V-mount. I was thinking about redoing this bar that I made a couple years ago and doing something kind of straight across, but then there would have been a height issue, and then I would have had to redesign the entire V-mount, and I'm just trying to make it survive. So trying to get the car to survive and just be nice for a season is the hopes. This bad boy is gonna go down here, and then off of here and off of there. Gonna make a nice little dual bash bar. We'll tie them in probably somewhere on the ends here, and then that'll be kind of my cage for the coolers in hopes that they survive. And then that whole shell is gonna be boltable. So let's say I need to pull it off for some reason or set it aside, I'll be able to take it and pull it all off. So that's just the idea that's in my head right now. Then I'll obviously do some kind of ducting with the V-mount to make sure that that gets all the air that's possible. But we'll see what else I switch up along the way. I'm trying to get this thing together. If I can get the lower part of the V-mount built, I don't need to necessarily have a bash bar. If I get the lower part of the V-mount built and put back together, not this weekend, but next weekend, Blake's coming back out. So maybe we can do some shredding and ripping and cruising around in the car. So that's where we're at with that. I'd at least like to hear this thing run again, get it filled up with coolant and all that stuff again, and get all that proper. So good day today amongst all the other stuff going on. It's just really good to see a little bit of progress, get some ideas out of my head. It's only that bottom part so far, so with it only being that bottom part, I can change up the bash bar or whatever if I wanted to. That bottom part's tighter in the lower part of the bumper as well. It's not kind of as spread out in the outside, so that's very important that one is only good for a bottom. So there's my long drawn out explanation of what I did today and what I have going on. And other than that, I'm gonna try to keep you guys updated. I know I say that every single time, but keeping you guys updated would be great. And then it's also really cool for me to look back at what I did last time and being able to like rewatch my videos of my V-mount. So as it's getting dark, you guys take care, have a good night, stay safe.